the last time, Phyllis, I want you to have one of those liberal arts educations I keep hearing so much about. Especially now that there's a liberal in the White House. And a community activist at that. What better place to learn to commune and activate and liberalize than a liberal arts college?
I don't think that's what that means.
Oh, Phyllis. Here, look at this brochure. See? Make your life count. That is just so inspirational. And it says here that Gustavus has a world-renowned classics department. Classics? What is that exactly? Sounds real important. You should be a classics major, Phyllis.
Ma, classics majors are unemployable. Classes I know are just so pretentious. Besides, I'd rather go to Carlson and learn business.
Oh, Phyllis, now don't be mean. I'm sure classics are perfectly fine people and have lots of job opportunities. Now, come on, let's just go on the tour and see what we think and maybe meet one of the classics professors, okay?
Whatever.
Oh, look, Phyllis, the campus newspaper. President Ole unveils plan for gusty water slide. It says here, Gustavus prepares for annual K-Stay festivity.
No!
Oh my God! A pale ghost came out of nowhere. My sunglasses. How's my hair look? How's my lipstick?
It's okay.
Just, oh, what is that?
Hi! You must be Phyllis! I'm Gertrude Gerlanderson Lundling, and I'll be your tour guide for today. Do you know my family have been Gusties for 5 generations, going back to when great-grandpa Sven got off the boat from Sweden. He had a lutefisk in his pocket and a goal to find a barely affordable liberal arts education. So, are you ready to go?
Yes.
And you are?
Stella Prince. Phyllis is fun.
It's so nice to meet you both. My favorite thing to do is to show you prosodies around and tell you how great it is to be a student at a real liberal arts school. Not like those pretentious tools at St. Olaf. So, let's go. Okay, this over here is the campus center, and that is the caf.
The what? The cafeteria?
We have the 8th best caf in the nation. And right over here is the lib.
The what? Oh, the library?
It's full of books. And this lovely building is convict.
Like convicts? Like a campus prison?
No, silly. It's where they teach those ridiculous modern languages.
What is with this school and all the abbreviations?
Efficiency, Phyllis.
And this is the heart of liberal arts at Gustavus, Old Main. Where the real liberal arts students, like me, learn the classics major.
Oh, classics! We were just talking about that. Now, can you tell us what classics is all about?
Of course, we learn Greek, Latin, and mythology, but following the examples of pre-Socratic philosophers, we also dabble in lots of other disciplines. Physics, biology, you name it, we got our hands in it. For example, last month, a flea bit Professor Pansiera right on the eyebrow and then hopped onto Professor Freiert's head. So Professor Freiert asks Professor Pansiera how many lengths of its own feet a flea could jump. I know, nobody but Will would ask a question that brilliant. So, be cool, melt it down some wax and dip the flea's little feet in it. So once it had cooled, it had the most adorable little flippers. Use that to measure the distance between Professor Pansiera's head and his head.
Wow, that's amazing. Did you hear that, Phyllis?
Yeah. Sounds like...
An earth-shattering discovery? I know! Would you perhaps like to hear another one of his brilliant ideas?
Yes, she would.
Okay. Just last week, a student asked him how a gnat buzzes.
Why wouldn't they ask a biology professor?
Well, according to him, the intestinal tract of the gnat is of puny proportions, and through this diminutive duct, the gastric gas of the gnat is forced under pressure down to the rump. At that point, the compressed gases, as though through a narrow valve, escape with a whoosh, causing the characteristic cry of the gnat. I know, Professor Freiert has so much wisdom to impart, but his ideas are rather fragile and can be lost before they're ever shared. Just yesterday, he lost one to a squirrel.
How'd that happen?
He was studying the clouds, their shape and movement, gazing open-mouthed at the sky, when a squirrel on the clock tower let loose on him.
A squirrel took a crap on Professor Freiert.
Oh,
Is this really what classical studies is like?
By Zeus's beard they are. He'll study anything. History, philosophy, rhetoric. And the professors, they're all brilliant people, but none as good as the master, Professor Freiert, of course.
we keep hearing so much about the great Will Freiert. Is there any way we could meet him?
Oh, of course.
I'm just so curious to know what this man looks like.
Well, actually, he looks kind of like that man over there.
He looks so distinguished. Hey there, handsome. Got any plans for this evening? I'll call you later, sweetheart.
Okay. Professor!
Go to hell!
Maybe we should come back later?
Oh, don't worry, he's just eccentric. Professor!
Damn it! You just made a newly found idea miscarry! Oh, Gertrude, it's you. What do you want? Have you been studying your Greek?
Hello, Professor. Kyrie, pos ekete.
Tropon gunaikos kreston ednon lambane.
Sigma Alpha Omicron?
Sigma alpha epsilon.
Hello.
Bar 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 bar.
Well, Professor, this is Phyllis! And she wants to learn about the classics department.
Oh, are you a studentius prospectibus then, Levis? Phyllis?
Yes. So, who are you exactly?
Who am I? Who am I? I am the Hanson Peterson Chair of Liberal Studies, Classics Guru, and Deus Ex Machina. I was born on the day Odysseus sailed for Troy. I'm fluent in Greek and Latin and 17 and a half other dead Mediterranean languages, including Babylonian, Phoenician, Egyptian, Harpy, and Proto-Centaurese. I know everything about classical mythology there is to know. I introduced Freud to Oedipus. I've been teaching in this building since back when it was called Young Maine. I built this department with my bare hands. I am an institution, damn it. I am William Socrates Freiert.
That's who you are.
Indeed. So, who are you, and what do you want from me?
I'm Stella Prince, Phyllis's mother, and I would love to conjugate some verbs with you.
You are a disturbing woman, and I would... You, Phyllis, are you interested in studying classics then?
Actually, no. I was thinking more something practical, like business.
Are you suggesting that classics is somehow impractical, Phyllis?
No, just less practical than, say, a degree in business.
Well, then I ask you, Phyllis, what is business?
I'm sorry, I don't think I understand the question.
It's a simple question, Phyllis. What is business?
Well, I guess it's the exchange of money for goods and services?
Wrong, Phyllis! Go to the roots! Our word business comes from the Greek bous, meaning cattle, and nous, meaning ship. Hence our word business means cattle ship. You sunk my cattle ship. Of course it means something, Phyllis, but you wouldn't know it without the Greek, which is why classics is the last great relevant irrelevant major. Lord of Narnia. Kids these days. Can you tell me one thing about mythology, Phyllis? One single thing?
Well, I saw Clash of the Titans. That's mythology, right?
That's it! I'm retiring!
Go. Maybe you should just be a business major, though, Phyllis. These classics people seem a little high-strung.
Agreed.